What's up, guys?
What's up?
I'm Chris.
I'm Sean.
And we're the Whiskey Noobs. So this one's fun. I say that about all these.
Yeah.
But this one's really fun because this is a blind pour. And you don't know what it is.
No.
I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back and forth on whether or not I should pour you a blind of this or we should just do a review of it together. Mm-hmm. So what I think we'll do is we'll do it blind and then we'll do a review of it.
Okay.
And we'll say what we think about it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
have you had this before?
No.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
So, but you just know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah. So
awesome.
I'm afraid that the nose is going to give it away. So we'll see.
Oh.
What do you think?
Okay. Am I allowed to smell it now? You
Yeah.
told me no smelling earlier. Oh.
All right, you gotta let the folks know on the other side of the camera. What is it that you're smelling?
I'm smelling campfire.
Yeah, it's very campfire-esque, right? Very smoke. Like this is smoke in a glass.
It is. The only thing, and I know it's not the campfire because we've had it before.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't pour me that.
Right.
The only other thing I've had is the Balcones Brimstone.
Okay.
That smells like this, and it was truly brimstone.
Okay. So you already got a guess in there. I mean, this is really like just smoke.
I don't get anything else
in a glass. No, I can't.
I'm trying to. Apparently, if you smell yourself, it resets your.
Yeah, we're just gonna stiffen our arms.
Reset your sniffer.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms, and then I smell them like that. And that's really gross. It's gross.
I picked up a little bit of something. I can't identify what it is, but there's definitely something else in there.
Smoke and Band-Aids. I mean, I don't know. I'm getting a little bit of a. It's so. I don't get any sweet.
It smells metallic.
Yeah, I can't get anything off of it other than that smell. Is a single note. I'm searching for other things, but it's light too.
Yeah, it's a very light color.
Okay, we're gonna drink it.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, sir. Mm-mm. What'd you pour me? Oh.
So it's...
JJ, are you behind this?
Oh. So I'm getting smoke, but it's muted compared to campfire. Like, it's not campfire smoke.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. I feel like I'm breathing smoke. It won't go away. I feel like I just stuck something in my mouth. And so, the campfire, I get some hints of sweet and some like toasted marshmallow and stuff off of it. So it's not so much. This is almost like a campfire rye. I'm getting some botanicals and things like that on it. Like the front was okay. The very front of the tongue was a pretty good taste. And I haven't chewed it. I'm scared to do that. But as I started,
there's no bite.
No, there's no
on the front of the tongue.
Yeah.
You know, with a lot of whiskeys, you get like that spice or that bite on the front of the tongue. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of middle palate. It's all in the finish. It's just muted smoke to me.
That was better. Maybe because I knew what I was getting into.
I will say it's not awful. Like to me, it's not awful.
I would not willfully pour myself. And here's why: I don't enjoy smoke to that intensity.
Yeah.
I had a smoked beer one time that just ruined me on it, and so.
Oh, I'm definitely not in a realm right now where I would want to pick this up. Mm-hmm. Like if it's
unique though. Gosh, it's like.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like, it certainly doesn't taste like any other whiskey we've had, with the exception of campfire, and it has that smoke of campfire. But campfire, and we're talking about high west campfire. Mm-hmm. Yeah. High west campfire is heavy smoke. It's like campfire.
It is,
and it's
a
not a favorite of mine either.
Yeah, no, it's like an ashy charred smoke. This is a different. I'm getting Band-Aids on the flavor. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I still think it's kind of metallic.
Yeah.
And chemically.
Yeah, and it's not a high proof either.
Chemicals is like what I'm getting.
Yeah, it's not a high proof either. Is this Is this a Scotch? Is this what I think it is?
I don't know. What do you think it is?
I think it's Laphroaig.
Can you grab the bottle, please?
That's my guess. I think it's a low proof. I think it's a medicine-y. Oh, I guessed it and I haven't even had it based off of the notes. That's
Laphroaig 10.
We've been talking about trying that because we have some people we know.
Well, actually, what we said was, when we were dabbling into the world of Scotch, we were going to start with really friendly Scotches.
Yes.
So we went to Speyside and Highland Scotches, and many of those were actually finished in ex-bourbon cask.
Yeah, so they were things that we were used to.
Yes,
yeah.
and they've all been low proofs, and actually I've loved them. Like
I've enjoyed them.
Yeah, like the Balvenie Double Wood, the Glenfiddich 14,
the Glenmorangie,
and the Glenmorangie 10.
Yeah.
I finished all 3 of those bottles.
Yeah, you don't have any left.
I finished all 3 of those bottles well in advance of a lot of the bourbon that I've got on my shelf. So I've actually enjoyed them a lot. They're great, like background whiskeys, like something I can sip on when I'm making dinner or watching TV or just chilling, hanging out.
I agree.
I don't have to think about it too much.
Yep. And
they're light, so they don't feel so heavy on your stomach. But we've said that we were going to work our way up. We said we were going to work our way up.
I don't think we...
And we sat this... And the thing is, like, this isn't even what people would consider the smokiest of the smokiest.
Really?
And there's some other things out there that are a little heavier hitting than this.
Yeah.
There's also a cash strength of this.
Yes.
Which
I've
seen that.
Yeah.
So we said we were going to work our way up to Islays. But I was at the ABC store. That's in North Carolina. Our liquor is mandated by the state, sold at a state location. So I stopped by and didn't really have anything, in the bourbon or rye sections that we don't see or can't get. But then I walked over to the Scotch and they had this. And truthfully, I have to say that I'm not too happy with what I paid for it.
Oh, gotcha.
It was a $75 bottle.
I was gonna say I've seen it a couple of times, and that's usually the range that it is. So yeah.
And so we said we were gonna work our way up to it. I will say this: it is not nearly as bad as folks make it out to be.
Oh, it's that bad.
Do you taste the seaweed?
No, I don't get nothing but smoke.
That might be the botanical that I'm getting.
Okay, because it says the nose is huge smoke, seaweedy, medicinal with a hint of sweetness.
There's no sweetness.
I did get the hint of sweetness. It's almost like a gingerbread.
And it says just a salt.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very salty, very briny. I'd be curious to see how it is once it opens up, because this is a neck pour of it.
It has been open for 30 minutes.
Okay.
So it has been breathing.
Okay.
I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it apparently as much as you're disliking it.
And you don't like monkey shoulder, but you are okay with that.
This is not funky. There's no funk in that.
It's pretty funky.
No, there's no funk. That's all smoke and chemical. I'm not hating it. I'm really not.
Yeah, I got the seaweed in that one.
Do I like this in comparison to the Balvenie Double Wood and the Glenmorangie and the Glenfiddich? No.
No. Yeah.
No. And here's the thing with Scotch. I know there's a lot of folks out there that feel very passionately about Scotch and believe that Scotch is the end all be all to whiskey.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you like what you like. Taste is subjective,
I agree
right?
with
You just it is what it is.
To each their own. I'd never shame anybody.
I'll say this though:
the whiskey they like.
When we think of bourbon, the tasting notes that come to mind,
the caramel,
the caramels, the sugar, the sweet, the sweet, the candy. All those things that we get, the baked goods, right? Those things all those things sound great. Then you get to Laphroaig, and it's specifically Islay Scotches, and it's like when you use the word Band-Aid, I'm out.
Yeah, well,
obviously I'm not completely out.
As Tabby was describing, medicinal seaweed, smoky with a hint of sweetness, and that hint of sweetness is very far removed from the rest of those strong flavors.
I could see myself liking this bottle if I lived with it for a little while.
I think you're really wanting to like it.
I seriously think it's not bad. I really don't.
I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could pour it for a night and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to drink.
The empty glass smells better.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm really.
There's a little more sweet on the nose, but well, there you have it. We said we were gonna dip our toes into Scotch, and we just threw that all out the window tonight. So
we did. We just dove in first.
You know, but here's the thing. It may be that Islas just are never our thing. And maybe it's good for us to know that now before we start chasing that. Because I don't want to start spending a bunch of $75 on bottles just to find out that I don't enjoy it. Because for $75, we can get some pretty incredible bourbon.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, for $75, we could get some scotches that we really enjoy.
Yes.
You know, so all three of those that I mentioned are under that price tag. So.
And there's a Balvenie Caribbean cask that's a 14-year that I would really like to try. I've been eyeballing.
Well, I passed up some other scotches that I was definitely more interested in having in my collection, just to buy this, so that we could try it. And I'm glad I did because.
Well, I appreciate the experience for sure. I can't say that I'm in love with it, but
this is a pretty bold statement on the bottle.
What does it say? The
most richly flavored of all Scotch whiskeys. Well, I can tell you right now, that's a lie. Because we've had
richly flavored. It screams at you.
You didn't necessarily say you like those flavors.
No, I mean, that doesn't mean that they're like the best flavors. They're just the richest flavors is what they're saying. So
there you have it. I will say this did come with a little card that tells you that we hope we enjoy the bottle. Okay. But they also would love for us to visit Islay. So and there's a whole little card in there saying that you can come visit Islay. Why would we do that? You don't like any of you don't like Islay Scotch.
I just want to go to Scotland. I would.
Well, then we go to Speyside because that's where the scotches we enjoy come from. So we might just skip Islay and just go to Speyside in the Highlands. Yeah, exactly, and go to where Glenfiddich and Glenmorangie and Balvenie. So well there you have it. This is our first try of Laphroaig. If you haven't had it, it's certainly worth the experience.
I agree, yeah.
The caveat I would say that is if you can find this in a bar, I would probably order it in a bar. And I would imagine this is probably a pretty easy scotch to find in a bar. I would think so.
Yeah.
If you can try it at someone else's house or at a bar, I might recommend that. Unless you're into scotches, in which case this video is not for you because you've probably already had this.
Yeah.
But if you're into bourbon like we are and or rye, and you're kind of dabbling in scotches, I will say this is a unique experience. Maybe before you drop $75 on a bottle, you
see if you got a buddy that has it. Pour it for you and let you try it.
Yeah. Hey, or drop us a message. Maybe we'll send you a sample of it. That'd be great. We should put this in blinds when we send this to folks. When we send this to folks, that's what we should do. This is gonna be. That's what this bottle will be. Yeah. Okay, because I can't really see myself falling in love with it.
And I'll just say this, having never had it before, but based on the description from my neighbor, Tom, I was able to pick it out.
Yeah.
You knew what it was. If I ever have this again, make no mistake, I will know exactly what it is again. So if anybody that's ever tried that, I think would be able to be like, okay, that's Laphroaig.
It's very distinct. I'd have to try it against other Islas to know if it's that unique or if this is just Islay Scotch.
Well, you might have to invest in some of those. Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I think we might go back to mainland Scotland
for a while. Yeah.
Okay. I guess all of Scotland is an island. Hey, do they consider it mainland?
Yeah, it'd be the mainland part of the island.
I'm not saying mainland. It's
mainland.
Mainland. Okay. All right. I might have to cut all that out. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Our first try of Laphroaig. Yeah. I'm not disliking it as much as Sean is, but I think I could come around to it. But
this is my monkey shoulder.
We are going to jump into some more enjoyable whiskeys for us anyway. Yeah. So we're going to
maybe a couple more what's in the glass.
Yeah, maybe do some more what's in glasses. Get into some bourbon. Yeah. But thanks so much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
If you are, you're turning off the camera. Thanks so much for watching, folks. We really appreciate it. Yeah, drop us a comment if you've tried Laphroaig or if there's other Islays that you think are superior that we should try.
Recommendations.
Maybe we'll give it a shot.
Yep.
If you haven't already, please ring the notification bell. That'll keep you up to date with all the new videos that we're releasing. Yep. If you're not following us over on Instagram, you can find our Instagram link in the description for this video. If you're watching clips of this video on Instagram, please follow us on YouTube. We really appreciate it.
You can see the full video.
Yeah, and subscribe. We really appreciate that. Thanks so much, and we need more whiskey.
Well, you do.
Cheers.